What is a chupacabra? Many of you may know what it is. So, in 1995, in Puerto Rico, there was a series of attacks on livestock, and there was something unique about it. There were two puncture marks on the neck area: sheep's, goats, pigs, and the bodies were drained of blood. So it was named goat sucker in Spanish. And it terrorized the island for a while, a long while. Then these attacks reemerged in South America, Central America. Then some of these attacks were rumored to go into the United States. And there were no real answers. If you Google this elusive creature, it would be described by eyewitnesses as 3 to 4 feet tall, red eyes, forked tongue, with spikes on its back, grayish skin. So, in Texas, there was a rancher that thought, here we go, shot an animal dead. Looks strange. So it was taken in for a DNA test. Nobody could tell what it was. And it turned out to be a coyote. Coyote, whatever you want to, how you want to pronounce it. Mystery solved. Not so fast. Not so fast. I believe this is what they want you to believe. It was such a mystery for years. They just wanted to put an end to the panic and the paranoia. However, there was a 10-year study on this. And one of the attacks, which was a confirmed chupacabra attack, there was a tooth left behind. All right. So it took them years to even get the tooth DNA tested, along with a few stray hairs. And it was actually tested in Spain. The DNA test, you know what it turned out? It's of no identified animal on this planet. Second conclusion, it's not related to any animal on this planet or any known animal. Quite interesting, isn't it? Now, the theories on forums are this. A world government started doing genetic experiments on animals, and this elusive creature broke out. That was one theory. That got debunked because in order to do DNA experiments, you got to have a sample, don't you? No known animal. Second one, which could make sense due to the DNA test, is it's from another planet. UFOs brought it here. Aliens. It sounds a little out there. Sounds a little far-fetched, but it's possible. Then there's another one. It was already here. It was already here. We just never discovered it in the wild. That could be it. That's not a far-fetched theory. But here's the problem with that theory. The Native Americans, the locals in South America, there are no legends or myths about this animal. If this chupacabra, as you call it, existed, wouldn't there be some story or about it attacking livestock and draining it of his blood? No legends, no stories, no warnings. It just appears out of nowhere. So that's another issue that some people have with these chupacabra attacks. The Native Americans have plenty of stories and myths about animals, but nothing that comes close to this chupacabra. So let me just read something that comes from the paranormal community. We don't seem to have answers on this, okay? So let me scroll up here. Let me see here. So they seem to take the it's not a vampire bat. It's actually a creature from another planet that was put here for research purposes and sometimes runs amok. So several reputable psychics that said this. So that's the explanation they're giving. I'm just now where they originated, who knows? Who knows what the truth is? All we know it's an unidentified animal in the wild. Who knows who brought him here? Who knows their origin? And they even put cameras in the wooded areas around farms where the livestock graze, and they haven't been able to catch a chupacabra on video. Interesting fact. But plenty of eyewitnesses, I think they saw one. And some people think that it's a misidentification of an animal, but the DNA test says otherwise. It's something completely different. And here's another fun fact for everyone. I believe that the United States and Mexico, they actually took samples from the alleged Chupacabra attacks. And I don't think they're releasing the results because there are no clear answers to this. Many of the reports out there give no clear conclusions. It's just more questions than answers when they evaluate the evidence. Now let's explore this. Predators in the wild. So we have coyotes, we have lions, we have wolves, tigers, hyenas. I just mentioned some of the predatory animals around the globe. And the behavior of these predatory animals doesn't fit. They don't, no known animal on this planet drains the blood completely. What they do, they attack other animals as a means of eating. So if it's an attack, if they attack other animals, they're what they're doing is they're feeding. They're going to take a bite. They're going to there's going to be blood around. With these chupacabra attacks, no blood left behind. Clean. The carcasses are left intact. So the behavior of known animals on this planet doesn't match the behavioral profile. So this is a different, completely different ballpark we're dealing with. So I hope this video kind of helped with this urban legend that we're dealing with. With this elusive legend that's just fascinates a lot of people on this platform. And don't forget, that there may be answers one day, a complete explanation. But sometimes they want to quell panic. These labs, governments. So they just blame it on a coyote, just to say, oh, here we go, mystery solved. When it isn't the case. When you evaluate the evidence, nothing makes sense.